This is a global problem. It's a problem that arises in developed as well as developing countries.
Everybody who is involved in road construction is facing and fighting this problem.
Without roads, you won't have development. Roads remain the most important dimension, in particular for poorer countries.
The two biggest forms of wrongdoing we found in the report were collusion in the bidding process and overbilling during the construction of the road or providing substandard materials.
The report makes a lot of findings with respect to collusion among contractors in the road sector. Is there something we can do with the procurement guidelines that can reduce the scope for collusion, even if it means that we have to change some of the assumptions we make about competitive bidding, for example? We have pre-bid processes, pre-bid meetings, whereby all the tenderers come together, all the bidders come together. Does that facilitate collusion? Should we look at doing that differently?
The bad news is that it is extremely complex and complicated to deal with the problems in the transport sector. And the good news is that we get a clearer picture of what is available and that we learn fast about how to deploy them to the projects.
This type of information and this type of knowledge should assist our teams to prevent the risks of fraud and corruption before they actually materialize. Persistent effort can reduce the risks, and we have good examples of where that has actually happened.
If we want to prevent corruption, particularly the more complex schemes, we have to put more people on the ground with experience in prevention.
At the end of the day, what we finance is less than 1% of what developing countries are spending in their budgets every year. The challenge for us is not how well do we spend the 1%, but how do we use the 1% to ensure that the 100% is well spent.